You know, I told myself I was done with the after movies. I did 3 of them. That was enough. I was out, I was done, but then I changed my mind. So the 4th after movie, which has the dumbest title I've ever heard in my life, by the way, After Ever Happy. It's like Happy Ever After, but like backwards. Whoa, dude. Anyway, this movie came out in 2022, and now that the 5th and final movie is out, I think, now, I thought, why not just finish the series? I mean, come on, there's only gonna be like 8 more of these, probably. So the story so far, okay, Tessa's like, huh? And Hardin's like, Wuthering Heights. And Tessa's like, and Hardin's like, and then later, Tessa's like, and then Hardin's like, and then they switch things up because Hardin's like, and then Tessa's like, and then we find out that Hardin's real dad is Tessa's boss, which is like Hardin's parents' friend or whatever, which makes Hardin go, and there you go, you're all caught up. And this brings us to the 4th after movie, After Ever Happy. So come along, kids, let's take a walk. But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Skillshare. Well, somehow there's only 4 months left of 2023. What? And maybe you still haven't gotten around to doing your New Year's resolution of learning a new skill this year. Cause like, how do you even start? What do? You wanna learn like literally any music instrument? Self-improvement techniques like journaling or how to get over a creative slump? You wanna learn how to make cool stuff for weddings that your friends are definitely gonna be jealous of? Well, wouldn't you know, you could learn almost anything on Skillshare. Now, some of you may know I used to make a lot of video essays on this channel before I started this animation stuff. And I'll tell you right now, true story, I first learned how to do motion graphics and how to use Adobe After Effects from Skillshare. And then I took what I learned from that and applied it to animation, and now here we all are. So, thanks, Skillshare. Also, I'm currently working on my own Skillshare class that's gonna be up on the site very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Right now, Skillshare has a special offer for all of you, okay? The first 1,000 people who join Skillshare using my link, you get 1 month of Skillshare for free. Okay, so let's say you do Skillshare for like an hour a day. That's 30 hours of classes you could get for free. So if this interests you, I highly recommend you click my link down below, sign up to Skillshare, and start learning something new today. Okay, back to the show. So we have our 2 main characters at Hardin's mom's wedding, at which Hardin is trying to process everything as he always does.
Your dad, Ken, he and I, we were like brothers.
Yeah, that makes it kind of worse, my dude. Hey, I slept with your mom, but that's because I was friends with your dad. What are you talking about?
I loved your mom. She was head over heels with him. But then when he went to university, he wasn't there. He was running around, he was always busy, and she turned to me for emotional support.
Okay, but like that's what Hitachi wands are for, so yeah, nice try, Hardin's mom. Anyway, so as you might expect, Hardin harumphs his way out of there and goes back to his mom's house, place, thing, whatever this is. And of course, Tessa follows him all the way there because she's his designated caretaker.
Okay, we need to leave.
Years I've spent hating a man who, as it turns out, I didn't even need to fly. Tess, if 2 people love each other, there can be no happy end to it.
Don't quote Hemingway at me.
Why are you always trying to find some sort of light in me, Tessa? Wake up!
Exactly, that's what I've been saying this whole time. This whole series should have been like 30 minutes long. Anyway, so after some back and forth, Hardin burns his mom's house down. What? What? You know, whenever Tessa gets really upset, she just like gets new highlights or tries a new shade of eyeshadow or something like that. Or if things are real bad, she'll give herself bangs, you know what I'm saying? But Hardin just burned his mom's house down. And Tessa's just over here like barely even fazed by this. Like this girl is so far gone at this point. Anyway, so Christian, Hardin's real dad, shows up and takes the blame for the fire, and Tessa takes Hardin and Christian's car and they just like drive all night to go somewhere.
He told the police that he started the fire.
He's got lawyers. And that's not going to change anything. He still lied to me for 21 years.
He's your father.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my opinion on this is gonna be pretty unpopular, but like, just because someone is blood related to you, like that itself doesn't mean you owe them anything. I gave you life, food, and water since you were born. Wow, congrats on not letting the baby you created die. Amazing, incredible, gold star for you. I mean, the further away I got from my family, the better my life became, so just saying.
I think I should stay here for a while.
Why?
Because I just keep dragging you into my
Shrek?
Tess, and it's not.
Please don't push me.
No, Tessa, come on, this is your out. This is your chance. What are you doing? Now, Hardin is so stressed and upset about everything, he just sits there and does the hot guy lip touch thing for like 4 hours. And then they end up doing the old devil's tango with nowhere for Tessa to pee afterwards. Genius idea. So after Hardin's 3rd tantrum that day, Tessa goes back to talk to Kimberly for a while and just like decompress about this whole situation.
And for selfish reasons, hearing about your problems makes me feel slightly better about my own.
I feel like I'm drowning. And I want to make it work, but I I don't know if I can keep fighting against the current to save him rather than myself.
Oh, gee whiz, Tessa. If only this could have been avoided somehow. If only you had like 20 chances to get away from this over the last 4 movies. Golly gee, that's just terrible. So, still feeling a bunch of feelings and all that, Hardin sneaks off to go somewhere, and Tessa follows him to this like party where he's all with some random girls, and of course Tessa's like, what? And after some more back and forth, they start throwing out the ultimatums.
Tess, what the
Shrek.
This is bullshit.
Shrek.
This isn't us.
Tess, there is no us. We keep going round in circles and you just won't
Shrek.
give up.
You win, Hardin. Of course do.
You'd know better than anyone.
Oh, okay. Good one, Hardin. Yeah, sick burn, my dude. Got him. And so, finally, they break up. It's over. The movie's done. We're free. Never mind, just kidding. We got like an hour left of this masterpiece, so... So Hardin is in London, I think, doing all the hot guy lip touching, and Tessa goes back to Seattle to do whatever it is she does there. So she goes back to their old apartment to get her stuff, and of course, that's when all the memories start coming back, you know? She starts thinking of all the good times they used to have. Run for your life, Tessa, it's a trap! It's how they get you! Hey, so I know that we fight like literally all the time, and you go to bed crying every night, but like, what about the 2 or 3 good times we had like a couple years ago? Oh shoot, you're right. What was I thinking?
All of the snow in this winterland used to look so pretty, now making me moody. In the deep woods, alone with my fields, spend too much time.
Oh no, wait, no! It's got Thanos snapped! Come back! But then, right after this, just out of nowhere, she finds her dad lying in the bathroom. Now, if you remember back from the last movie, her dad showed up and became friends with Hardin for a while, but then left like 10 minutes later and just never showed up again. But so, here he is, dead on the floor from eating too much cereal, I assume, given context clues and my very innocent upbringing. So, let's just summarize everything so far. So, Hardin finds out that the dad he hated growing up isn't actually his dad, and his real dad is the guy his mom was cheating with, who is like a family friend. And then he and Tessa break up, and literally the next day, Tessa loses her dad to the evil Cookie Crisp burglars. These movies are just really going for that like triple scoop chocolate shell trauma cone with the extra gummy bears on top, you know what I'm saying? It's like the ice cream sizes at Cold Stone, you know? It's like, you got like it, love it, and then the amount of unnecessarily inflated emotional BS in the after series. Anyway, so Tessa goes back to her mom's house to process everything, and Landon calls Hardin, who flies all the way to see Tessa, even though they've broken up or they're in the middle of a fight or something. I don't know what's really happening. I gotta be honest here, guys. I kind of tuned out like 10 minutes into this movie.
I am so sorry for what happened in London.
Thought we had a love that was out of a novel.
Ha, get it?
You didn't love me enough to fight for me. You gave up every time.
I tried. I really tried.
You tried? You tried? In what way did you try? What have you tried to do, ever? But Tessa, I only punched my drywall 3 times today. Well, good thing I'm never gonna regret any of the decisions I'm about to make.
I'm sorry I couldn't fix you.
Oh, to be young and stupid. So they have a funeral for Tessa's dad, which Hardin secretly pays for, and afterwards, what do you know, they both somehow end up alone together and talk about feelings and stuff.
I'm really mad at him. I'm like pissed off.
Uh-oh, she said the P word. That's how you know she's serious.
I'm so sorry it took something like this for me to realize how much you mean to me. And how much I want to be there for you.
Yeah, so I'm like really emotionally vulnerable right now, and somehow you're taking my dad's funeral and making it all about you, which is kind of weird, but you do have a really prominent Adam's apple and the ugliest tattoos I've ever seen, so who am I kidding? I'm back in. But now, to Tessa's credit, she does stay broken up with him, and she decides to give herself a fresh start in life by moving to New York City with her friend Landon and just kind of figuring things out without Hardin, you know?
But you are so strong, and I know you'll get through this. And as for Hardin, girl, just do your best to pretend you're moving on, and eventually you'll believe it.
But then, of course, Tessa has to tell Hardin about this whole decision she made, and understandably, she's not really looking forward to that.
I made a decision about something, and I didn't. Because of a lot of things, but I'm moving. I'm moving to New York.
Okay, why?
Because we fight more than we get along, and
I mean, yeah, hey, that makes sense, and I'm sure Hardin will understand and take this in a completely calm, mature manner. What's that? What is that?
You know, of all people, he knows how much you mean to me. That you're my lifeline and he didn't tell me and that hurts.
I'm sorry. Is this dude like 7? I want cinnamon rolls. Okay, we just have to bake them in the oven for 20 minutes. You can have as many as you want. So the next chunk of the movie is Hardin going to like AA meetings, I think, and trying to figure out who he is without Tessa. And Tessa, now that Hardin isn't around, she's in New York City and she's like laughing and having fun. Ha, see what I tell you? Fresh start, emotional turmoil, bam! First thing she does, give herself the worst bangs you've ever seen. And then we skip ahead 5 months. Tessa and Hardin haven't spoken a single word to each other this whole time, but here he is in New York City for some mysterious reason and decides to catch up with Tessa and see how she's doing.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
You seeing anyone?
Yes, I'm out every night being wined and dined.
I'm actually not dating anyone. I'm quite conservative in that way.
This is like the kind of infallible cyclical logic I always try to use when I ask girls out in high school. Oh, what's that? You're single? Well, me too. What are the chances? Guess there's literally no other reason for us to not date now, you know what I'm saying? All right, can you pick me up, please? I don't have a car. Now they're hanging out and spooning on the couch, and Tessa once again conveniently forgets the whole reason for all of this happening in the first place. Because, you know, Hardin keeps using all of his British man superpowers on her.
You seem different. Like the same, but just different.
The heck does that even mean? And so, what do you know, in a shocking plot twist, they end up doing the old devil's tango once again, and now they're back together again, because of course they are. But, just when things are looking good, Tessa's feeling happy and thinking that this time will definitely be different, which means something's about to go horribly awry in about 5 minutes. When she's cleaning up one day, she knocks Hardin's bag on the floor accidentally and finds a manuscript for a book. What? Which of course she starts reading because remember, she's one of those book girls. I mean, that's what Hardin got her the first time.
You looking for something? He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
You know, like, what if she'd never even heard of this book and she just thought Hardin was standing there talking like some kind of psychopath? Anyway, so she starts to read Hardin's manuscript.
It was the fool when he met her. In his world, he was only concerned about one thing. Himself. He'd won every bet so far, and this was supposed to be no different. Although in Tessa's nearness, he felt an apprehension this time.
Oh, the after movies are based on a book that Hardin wrote. Yeah, no wonder they're complete garbage. It all makes sense now. And then as she keeps reading and gets close to the end of the book, she reads this part.
Though she was unable to bear children of her own, she couldn't let go of the dream of them. He knew that, and loved her even so. But he couldn't help thinking about the little versions of him she couldn't give him. He hoped she will understand just how broken he was, and see how much she affected his life.
Wait, stop, hold on, what? So Tessa finds out that she can't have kids, and this is hard for Hardin? He's the victim in all this? Oh, well, someone think of Hardin's feelings for once. Now, as you might expect, Tessa's a little upset about all their intimate private moments being used for entertainment, especially since he did this all behind her back and just like never mentioned it ever.
How did you think I was gonna feel?
Well, it's not all about you.
You would never let me read what you were writing in there, and now the whole world gets to. Stuff about me.
I started that journal to figure it out in my head. They asked me to read it in group therapy, so I did, and one thing just led to another.
You accidentally wrote a book.
Well, yeah, Tessa, when you put it like that, it makes my argument sound silly. So yeah, turns out there's a bidding war for Hardin's book, which honestly doesn't even sound like a book. It kind of just sounds like random thoughts he had in the shower. But I mean, hey, the After series and the 50 Shades series have both sold like 1,000,000,000 copies, so what do I know? And so Tessa and Hardin break up once again, except this time Tessa's the one who's sad and walking in the rain, and Hardin is the hot new upcoming author everyone's talking about. Dad, look at me, I'm Hardin. Yeah, I got a lucrative book deal by accident.
Anyway, I'll stop blithering on and I'll actually read something.
And yeah, that's pretty much where the movie ends, with a to be continued. So much like the last couple movies in the series, not a whole lot really happens at all. Like Hardin finally reconciles with his parents, and then he and Tessa break up and get back together like 4 times, and then Hardin trips and falls into a book deal with a major publisher. The movie's like 5 minutes of story and 85 minutes of Hardin touching his lips. But anyway, like I said, the 5th movie, called After Everything, is out in theaters now, I think, and it's probably gonna come to streaming in like a month or so. And I guess I'll have to make a video about that one too. I mean, at this point, I'm just like numb numb to the pain, so why not? Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.